So
I want 2.5% now. Of your 2.5%.
Yeah.
We're all getting percentage if you get this
I
stuff.
don't think he's going to get it.
He's going to get it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Price to Sell podcast powered by Neighborhood Creative. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli. And today we have a very special guest. You may know him as the Precon King, or at least I do, Mr. Corrado Arangio. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for the invite, bro.
Very welcome, man.
Thanks,
Very
man.
welcome. So we've done, quite a few deals together.
Yeah, we have.
You have really good access to pre-construction projects, all that. So we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But first, let's give everyone a little brief bio on you.
All right. So I used to play soccer. That was my passion in my teens. My dream was to go to Italy and play, and I kind of fulfilled that a little bit. And then came back here, started a promotion company. Then from there, did some really big events in Toronto. From that, then I got into real estate because I saw a lot of nightclubs were shutting down. Plus, it got to the point with the club scene in Toronto that there's so many restrictions that I'm like, I want to do something else. So I got into real estate, and then from there, just continued on.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
How long ago was that when you started real estate?
Real estate was about 8 years ago, approximately.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good progress then.
Yeah.
Very good. I remember seeing you in line. I think it was for Cube.
Yeah. I used to work there Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I forgot how we're just shooting the ship, and then you give me your card. It's like a home life card. Right? I'm like, oh my God. Literally, I was thinking about getting into real estate at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. This guy does this and real estate. It's cool.
Well, especially in the beginning.
Yes.
Like when I first started off, I didn't have any money coming in, especially with pre-construction.
Yeah.
Because we get paid like builders say sometimes 180 days, 6 months, a year, but that never happens.
Never. Yeah.
Depends which builder, and most of it comes like 2 years after, and then on closing. So like I had to have work my other job.
Yeah.
So that's why, but I enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a fun time. That was like me. I barbered.
yeah.
Barbering, so I continued to barber while getting into real estate, and then until my traction took shape, and then I slowly came off of it.
But you started with the resale though, right? Like
Yeah. I didn't know too much about pre-con.
Yeah.
Or to me at the time, it just seemed too confusing. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'll just go resale.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now things are shifting.
Yeah.
So let's talk about pre-con.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what pre-con is, it's pre-construction.
Yeah.
Do you want to give a little?
Yeah. So basically you're buying like an agreement, a floor plan. And it's important to get certain incentives, right? Because, it's a stage in a purchase, right? So it's important to have like an assignment. If you're an investor, you're going to lease it out, right? To lease sharing occupancy, stuff like that's important. I do work with a lot more investors versus the end users, but I've sold to a lot of end users as well. But my main focus is investors, and I think I'm also good at it because I'm an investor myself.
Yes.
Right. So.
Yeah, that mindset.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was really good. So what are some of the benefits of someone buying pre-construction over resale?
Yeah, what's great about pre-construction is that it gives you the time to put down your deposit, sometimes 15% and then 5% on occupancy, and it's all spread out.
Yeah.
So it gives you that time to save up, especially if you're a first-time buyer. But what's great about it is that 20% is giving you an asset that could be worth $1 million in like 5 years.
Yes.
Right. So like I've seen people like double their money, like investors that I've sold to that have doubled their money in pre-construction. Yeah. Because like there's some projects that I sold, they only put down 15%, which is, let's say, is approximately $80,000 to $100,000. At the time, the purchase was like, maybe the condo was like $450K. Now it's worth about $900.
Yeah. Nuts.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's great because, you don't have to put down, you don't have to get a mortgage right away. And,
it's true.
You're investing in real estate.
Yeah.
In prime locations, right? So
it's a good way to get your foot in the door.
100%.
Yeah. The 100%. Only, I guess, obviously main difference is resale. You can acquire it now, start building equity now.
Yes.
Pre-con, you wait.
Exactly.
And your money's tied up a little bit.
Yeah.
But there is also the benefit of spreading out your deposit.
Yes.
A little more comfort, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it gives you the time,
Yeah. And the experience is cool too.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all flashy, fancy, So with resale, obviously you have, it's it's pretty structured. You have certain like closing costs, stuff like that. With Precon, I know there's some differences
Yes.
when it comes to extra costs and stuff. So what should people be wary of or be knowledgeable about before buying Precon?
Well, development charges and levies is another important incentive that a lot of builders offer. So that basically, cap development charges and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, the city's going to charge the builder a certain amount of money to build like light posts and extend roads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And and there's other fees like maybe building a school in the area. So they calculate how much it's going to cost. They pass that fee to the builder, then the builder passes that fee to the purchasers. So the builders normally will protect the purchasers and cap it, right? And then you have your land transfer taxes in Toronto. It's a little bit more in areas like Vaughan, Mississauga.
Yeah.
It's a little less.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the caps, so people should look out for builders that offer maybe incentives.
Yeah. So, sometimes the builder may not offer it, and you can get your lawyer to just put in a request to see if, they can get it for you.
Yeah.
Right. So it depends what kind of incentive. Sometimes the builders, what they do from the get-go is they'll just offer all the incentives, and then after, so, you don't have to go to your lawyer.
Yes.
But it's always good to get a lawyer just to
for sure,
review
just
it.
to read it over.
Yeah.
And so just people who don't know, you have a closing cost on a regular resale home would be
Yes.
lawyer fees, and then
transfer.
land transfer tax.
Yes.
Pre-con, you're paying lawyers, land transfer, and then these development charges.
Yes.
Which is why it's very important to cap, because they can, if you don't, they can probably be
Exactly.
stupid amount on closing.
And another thing for closing is if you're showing it as an investment property, you have to pay HST on the price.
Yes.
But if you're living in it, you don't have to pay HST. The CRA, if you go on the CRA's website, they'll give you up to max $24,000
rebate. Yeah.
So you'd just basically have to, show a lease agreement, and then you'd get $24,000 back max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After you have to pay it first.
You have to pay it first, and then it takes about 30 days to 2 months to get the rebate.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah, no, it's good.
And then you mentioned earlier assignments. So I know that's a very popular play, especially now.
Yeah.
For people who want to just flip.
Yeah. Well,
their paper.
Assignments are, I think, it's important because you know what? Like, it's not just about the flipping part. I think the most important part of an assignment is that because in a condo is going to be ready 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. At least in 3 to 5 years, a lot could change. You can always get out. There's a way out. Yes. There's a lot of restrictions that the builder has in the agreement, in the assignment, but it gives you a way out, and that's important.
Yeah.
And then the benefit from an assignment is you can make money from it.
Yeah.
Right. And assign it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Me personally, I prefer to close and keep the unit minimum 3 to 5 years, see some appreciation, and then either refinance it and buy something else, or just sell it. That depends the situation I'm in. But I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
By selling a few properties, that it's always best to hold.
Okay. Why is
So,
that?
Because I'll tell you a story. So
Okay,
I sold a property last year.
Yeah.
And it's gone up, I would say, maybe $700K to $1 million in 1 year.
Holy.
Yeah.
Appreciation?
Yes.
Where is this?
In Bradford. Well,
Wow.
Tottenham. Yeah.
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 And you sold it too early?
Yeah. I thought that, you know what? Okay. I could do something better with that money. Which, okay, I've invested it actually invested that money in stocks because I have a lot of my other money invested in real estate. So I'm going to use this. But I would have made a lot more just hanging on to it and doing nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a lesson is, I'm just going to hold from now on. If I have to sell because of another opportunity. But my game plan was to buy multifamily, but they're mission defined, especially in this market.
How big?
Whatever I can get. I have to see the opportunity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's some serious cash flow. So you can hit on that.
Yeah, exactly. But right now, I've looked around for a while. It's hard to find stuff here.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look in the US soon. So.
Oh yeah? That's interesting too.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so I want to get into, so you're a platinum broker, right? Do you want to explain what a platinum broker is?
What it is basically, I hate the name, to be honest.
Why is that?
I don't know, because it's
You
just
prefer diamond broker?
ham broker.
Hand broker.
Ham, yeah.
Oh, ham.
So basically what it is the builders know that, okay, this agent could sell a certain amount of units, and it takes years to get to that.
Yeah.
Right? I don't work with every single builder. Like what I like to do is I like to work with certain builders that know that, okay, I could bang out 30 deals, 50 deals, 20 deals. They know that with my marketing power, my reach, I can reach out to the masses and sell, right? It's not just the marketing, we'd actually close and, and do a good job for them. The benefit is going through somebody like myself that has that access is that you're going to get first access to the best selection of units.
Yes.
Right? And early, exactly. And that's the most important part in buying pre-construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a story. And this is my first year, probably the first 3 months in the business.
Yes.
And you remember that building Icona?
Yes.
In Woodbridge? That didn't happen?
Oh my God.
I'm sure you did a lot there.
Yeah.
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 That's bad. So I had 7 worksheets.
Okay.
And at the time I was like, wow, like I'm running some numbers like, good job, Matt. Like this is going to be good,
Yeah.
So I submitted to Baker, who was like the inside sales team, through the online portal, and I wait. And then I waited, and nothing happened. And then I call in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we're sold out."
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell, like, you know? So I learned my lesson quick that you can't just have just an average agent.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get access.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because the platinum guys are literally selling everything out prior.
Well, you have to give the platinum guys like some credit because they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars sometimes promoting a project, or depends what it is, depends the access that they get. That particular project, if you want to talk about it more, I actually didn't go on my honeymoon. Okay, so I got married in Jamaica, so technically it was almost like a honeymoon. But I didn't go on my honeymoon because of that project. I sold almost 50 units.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah, 50.
Wow.
And that's why I was so devastated. It wasn't even about the commission part of it, I'll be honest. It was like, I told my wife, I'm like, listen, I have a good opportunity to sell a bunch of units. I have a lot of my friends and people that I know that from my circle that want to buy. So like, but we can't go away. So I'm pissed when I think about it.
And then what ended up happening was this building canceled.
It canceled.
They canceled.
So we should talk about that actually, because there is a risk in pre-construction.
Yes, good idea.
Yeah, there is a risk in pre-construction, and the risk is the builder may not build. But that hasn't really happened that frequently in a lot of the projects I've worked on. There's only like maybe 3 of them out of like maybe 400 or 500 projects or something like that.
It is rare.
It's rare.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is that both of them happen in Vaughan.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why I think it happened in Vaughan is because of the price points. Like they were selling at $500 to like $700 a square foot, in a year it jumped to like 1,000.
Yeah, I know. 800
to 1,000, right? So builders do have a lot of ways out.
Yeah.
Right. So, and the good part about it is that you're protected with Tarion. So like you get all your money back, your deposit, but you don't get any interest.
No.
Yeah.
They babysat your money for a couple of years.
So pre-con's not really regulated in that way, but like it's a risk, and any investment's going to be a risk as long as you get your money back. Yes, I know some people that bought at Icona that actually refinanced their property, paid to do that, to pull out equity from their home to buy a condo in Icona.
Wow. Right?
I feel bad for a lot of those first-time buyers and people that got priced out of the market, but it's a risk that you're taking in any investment, right?
For sure. For sure. Well, I learned my lesson too, because I saw, nothing would end up happening anyways, but I mean, I'm like, okay, I need to get some access here. Yeah. So what I learned with that is that like, there's some projects I don't work on. I'll go through another agent to get a unit. Yeah. Like, we all help each other. Oh man, it's been the best thing. Yeah. Like we've done several now. Yeah. Yeah. And it's not even, for me, it's like, I'm getting my clients first access through you. Yes. Like I know I've accepted the fact that I don't have the access. Yeah. So I tell my guys, like, don't worry, I have a guy who does. Yeah. We're still gonna get you top bid, top dibs, right? Yeah. So I think that's very important between us realtors. Is like, you probably have the realtors out there who are just trying and like, they won't stick up their pride and they're gonna try and hand in a worksheet and do it themselves. Yeah. But in the end, it's a disservice to their client. You're wasting your time sometimes, right? And it's a disservice to the client too. Exactly. Because the client really wants it. Exactly. Right? Yeah. So let's talk about getting that platinum status. So what are the steps? So how did you start? It all started from the promoting, I guess, from knowing and doing events with so many people. And then from there, I remember talking to a builder, and a builder's like, hey, you know what? You want platinum access? You got to do like 50 deals. And
I'm gullible. Like I believe that. I'm like, he's just joking around, I think. And I did 50 deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this wasn't Icona, it was another project.
Yeah.
And from there, I guess, I just kept doing that with different builders. And then as time goes on, like you don't have to work with every builder. You find the builders that will support you and give you that access. And that's all you really need, right? Yeah. And again, like another thing I've learned with projects like Icona is to work with a good developer, right? There's no point in me working with a developer that I feel that is not going to build and not going to actually complete the project.
Yeah.
So like I pick and choose sometimes the builders that I want to work with.
For
you know
sure.
What I mean?
What are some, let's say name some top builders out there that people should feel confident in when purchasing with?
There's quite a bit. I personally like, I like Green Park.
Yep.
I haven't done many projects with them, but they're good builders. They will actually complete a project.
Yep.
Greywood Developments is good, right?
Yep.
They're going to be building that project in Distillery District.
The good. Yep.
Yeah, the good.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There's Tridel is a good builder.
Yeah, Tridel for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So people should just be wary of, I guess, maybe the...
Well, the best thing to do is just go online or talk to somebody that bought from that builder and just do research.
True.
Right? Or actually go to a building that they've built.
Yeah.
Let's check it out, right?
Yeah. So you started to get your ins with these builders, and then you just went strictly pre-con from that point forward?
Yeah, so I find that now, like in my life, I enjoy pre-construction. It kind of reminds me of the promoting.
Okay.
And dealing with all these people. It's like, I'm not really a resale agent. I think eventually, maybe, as I get older, I'll get into it. Like I do it here and there. But again, like I feel that, and this is just my perspective, is that in real estate, like if you pick a niche, just go all in that one niche.
For sure.
And dominate. That's it.
Yeah.
So, pre-con happens to be the niche that I like.
Yeah.
I've tried it all, right? So
yeah. I think it's a good niche. I'm actually trying to work my way into it a little bit more too, because I feel like it's less of the, you're not going to the showings and you're spending all those countless hours in driving and all that. It's more just like the marketing and bringing everyone to you, kind of building that funnel, which is cool. So it's like more of like a working smart way in the business.
What I'm finding now though is that from when I started is that there's a lot more agents in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's more competitive. It's a lot harder to do deals. But yeah, like it just takes time to build. It's not going to happen overnight. I got lucky. I got in at the right time. So it was easier for me to build it much faster.
Yes. From that.
But I worked really hard.
Yeah, of course.
I was spending hundreds of thousands of dollars investing. And that's another thing, investing in your marketing.
Yeah.
It's not like, you could just go spend 20 grand or something a year.
Yeah.
Like you're spending a lot of money on promoting these projects.
Yeah.
You could get lucky and spend a little bit and do deals, but normally, like when you're consistent, it's going to cost a lot, right?
For sure.
Especially if you're marketing on Facebook, Google, and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think makes you stand apart from other, let's say, pre-con guys?
I would say the marketing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because they're all hard workers. Like, I work hard too. Like, I think it's just the marketing and where I come from.
Okay.
The soccer, the nightclub stuff. And like with the nightclub stuff, it was like, Corrado, here's the club, here's the keys, pack my Saturday.
Yeah.
Make sure it's rammed. And we have like 1,500 people every single Saturday.
Yeah.
So like, there's no book or video or something you can watch that will teach you how to do that. You have to learn it by yourself. So I had to figure out ways and gimmicks and stuff I had to do, and booking talent, artists and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And that's how we did it, right? And that's how we used to pack the clubs. And same thing now with real estate. When I'm promoting these projects, if some builders will give me that opportunity, just do whatever I want, right? And I can really promote it to the masses and do what I did by bringing people, but bringing purchasers to purchase these condos and new developments. Yeah.
What's your most effective marketing tool?
For every project, it's different.
Okay.
Yeah. For every project, it's different. Remember, like social media is great. But a lot of the buyers are older, and
Yes.
some of them are not even on social media.
Yep.
So you have to figure out like different strategies and marketing campaigns that will work.
Yeah.
It's like when I used to do parties in Barrie, I did big parties in Barrie for a while.
Okay.
The marketing strategy was different than Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So in Barrie, I remember I went to, we did a glow party.
Okay.
Right. We printed a bunch of these wristbands, these glow wristbands, and we're just giving it out to the college. Like we did like 2,000. We needed 2 nightclubs for that one event.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So you packed it out.
Yeah. It was nuts. I'm not even from Barrie. I don't even know anybody from Barrie.
Yeah, yeah. You just gotta adapt.
Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
Figure out ways to, for it to work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I noticed you're really good with emailing, email marketing.
Yeah.
I think that's powerful because I always get the emails from you.
You get them, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I thought you were just talking directly to me, but you're not. You're talking to all your people. So
Yeah.
I don't feel special anymore. But so for someone, let's say, an agent out there that wants to get into pre-con, like what should their first step be?
I think you have to understand it, like really learn everything about pre-construction, right? Is the first thing, because it's easy to get leads.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get leads, right? If you're spending money and you're marketing and you know what you're doing, okay? But then now the closing part is something else. So in order to close, you need to understand what you're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And be confident.
Exactly. You have to be confident, and you have to know, like it helps if you actually bought pre-construction or, even a property, so you understand it a little bit better.
Yeah, the process.
Right? Like me personally, I like taking on guys on my team that are like younger that I can teach.
Yes.
Right? So
Do you have a team right now?
yeah.
How many people?
Well, okay, so I have like 2 guys right now that are really helping me. But yeah, like I have guys like, like yourself that will like send me like, hey, like I need some help or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't really need to have a big team, but my goal is, if I'm going to build a big team, I have to train them, make them understand the whole process, right?
Yeah.
So
and you have a good network of realtors who come through you?
yes.
I think that's huge too. And any realtors out there, he's a very good source. If you want to find your clients and do them a real good service, talk to Corrado,
let me
because
know.
he can get you actual access, which is good. I had to learn the hard way. Don't learn the hard way. And we've had many successes together, so it's been fun. He's very good at what he does.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Now, beyond the pre-con guy, the platinum guy,
Yeah.
I want to get into the investing because
Yeah.
you said it's a passion of yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's also because it's important because you practice what you preach.
Yes.
Right? So tell
Exactly.
us about your investing career, like how
Yeah.
that started and
Okay,
the
so-
passion behind investing in real estate.
Yeah, so I started in my early 20s. My first property I bought was after the '08 crash in the US, right?
Good timing.
Yep. So I saw the opportunity in the States.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big investment. It was $200,000, but
Yeah.
back then, like for me, that was a lot. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
How old are you?
now I'm 35. Then I was probably 23.
Oh, so still very early to
Yeah,
get into the market.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, so I bought, I thought it was going to be hard. A lot of people were telling me don't do it because, like you're investing in the States. But I like doing different things, and where I see an opportunity, I saw an opportunity there. I went, so my in-laws have a place in the same community. So I was going to the gym every day because it's like a gated community.
Yeah.
So I was talking to other people. And they're like, yeah, we bought this house for like $500K and now it's worth like 200, 175. Everybody else had like different numbers of how much they purchased for.
Yeah.
Because I think back in like '06, like it like skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Right? '06, '07. So then I'm like, yeah, this is a crazy opportunity. So then, I had some money saved up here from the promoting, and then I brought it over to the US.
Yeah.
And I bought my first investment property. I was renting it, so it's $198,000. I put in like $8,000 or $10,000 into like fixing it up a bit. I was getting $1,800 a month. Okay.
You cash flowing?
Rented it. Yeah, I was making, because I had the money in cash.
Oh, okay.
So I was making like $10,000 profit a year from that property.
Oh, wow, okay.
But for me, that was dead money because I wasn't able to leverage that to buy other stuff here.
Yeah.
So I kept it for 3 years. I'm lucky I sold it because that allowed me to buy more pre-construction,
Yes.
right? So that gave me the opportunity. So at that time, it made sense for me to sell it. Not like the property I sold last year that I really didn't have to sell, right?
Yeah.
But that helped me grow here, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, there is an opportunity in the US. The only problem is like leveraging.
Yeah.
It's harder to grow. You have to use the banks over there, and you need a social security number in order to like kind of like, because I had no credit in the US.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a US citizen, right? So
yeah, it's a bit of a process. More of a down payment too. I know it's like 30% or something like that. Because
I don't even know if like the banks over there will lend you money.
Yeah.
Like the Schedule A banks, we call them here. I don't know if they'll lend you money. You're gonna probably have to go to like a B lender.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I had the money at the time. Our dollar was actually a little bit higher than the US, so I made a little bit of money on the exchange, not much, but it was perfect timing.
Yeah, you literally got it at the best time.
Yeah, so it's important as an investor to have money on the sidelines, just ready to buy, and for like when there's an opportunity, right? And opportunities they go pretty fast, so you have to be ready for that.
Yeah, of course.
So I also invest in the stock market too. That's a passion of mine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
At night when I'm doing my sit-ups and push-ups, that's what I'm listening to, like YouTube videos.
So you just don't stop, eh?
Yeah, it's in my blood. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one day you'll take a break or what?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're out because even on social media, like this guy's out there. It's like a new video all the time, meeting with a new developer, doing the stocks.
Yeah.
It's like literally doing it all.
Yeah, no, like a lot of people
and you're
are
organized
asking,
with it.
When I was doing the stock videos, a lot of the stocks videos, people are like, what the heck are you doing? Like, I was just making videos. It's what I like to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I have time, like I'll do that. Like it's been crazy the past like 5-6 months. I haven't been able to put out a lot of content because of that. Like again, like the market's insane.
Oh yeah, it is.
There's gonna be like 20 launches in the fall.
Yeah.
Coming out that I'm working
good
on.
Opportunity, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the market now. So what are some good up and coming projects that you're like very bullish on, that you're excited about? Let's say for this fall.
Yeah, the good
name
in
a few.
Distillery District is a good one.
Yep.
It's going to be ready in like maybe 4 years to 5 years approximately.
The deposit structure is really good there.
Deposit structure is good.
5% a year.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. It's a good opportunity to get in an amazing location.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So that's a good one.
And that's by who?
That's by Greywood.
Okay.
Greywood. Green Park's supposed to be launching a project called Fifth at Charisma.
Okay, so another fifth
Vaughan.
tower?
Yeah, the fifth tower.
Okay, nice.
Beside Vaughan Mills.
Yeah.
That's Jane and Rutherford.
Yeah.
And there's going to be another one, Art Walk.
Art Walk I like too.
Yeah, right beside the TTC, the subway in Vaughan.
Who's building that?
That's by Smart Centers.
Okay, is that their
It's
first?
Smart Living, that's what they go by.
Is that their first? One of their first, or have they developed before?
You know what? I don't know if they've done residential, but the thing is they own the land.
Yes.
They partnered with Center Court on the other towers that are up. So these guys are monsters. Like, I think it's going to be an amazing investment there. Literally, you're right beside the subway.
Yeah, and then the big park that's happening there too, right?
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. I like that one too.
Yeah.
For myself.
Yeah. Again, you're buying in an emerging area.
Yes,
like, you know what I mean?
exactly.
Those are the opportunities, that I look for myself as an investor.
Like something in its infant stages.
Yes.
I like to call it. And Vaughn's very much in an infant stage.
Exactly.
East End's very much in an infant stage by
Another
the water.
one you just mentioned that is Oshawa by Tribute.
Okay.
That's another great project. There's still units available.
Housing? Low rise?
They actually have towns and condos.
Okay, where is that?
That's at I forgot the exact intersection. I'm not from Oshawa.
Oh, so it's in Oshawa.
It's in Oshawa,
Okay.
but the area is like you're beside the schools. They partnered with RioCan as well. So RioCan's building like a Costco right next to the building.
Yeah.
It's called UC Tower 2.
Oh, I've heard about this.
Yeah, there's going to be 2 towers.
Yes.
Tower 1's pretty much, I think, almost sold out. But there's still some like amazing opportunities there. Yeah.
It's honestly, they're everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And they're going up quick.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what would be your, at this moment in time, your favorite area for growth in the city?
I think they all have, a lot of growth. Like the ones we just mentioned, like they all pretty much can appreciate. I do like Distillery because I like the area better, but we can't I can't neglect like Vaughan, because Vaughan there's so much opportunity there.
So much happening.
Yeah.
I think those are my 2 favorite areas, to be honest.
Yeah.
Vaughan and then the East Bayfront.
Yeah.
I remember I had an opportunity to buy a townhouse in Bowmanville for $480.
Yeah.
And
what's it worth now?
I didn't do it.
750.
Probably,
Yeah.
man. It's almost doubled.
Yeah.
Yeah. Insane.
Crazy.
And such a low deposit at the time too.
Yeah.
I just wasn't where I'm at now, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of miss the boat sometimes.
Yeah,
but you learn.
You learn. Yeah.
And then just overall market in general. So we've been on a run, right? So I like to ask all my guests who come on where they see the market headed.
Yeah.
Let's say for the next year.
Yeah. So
Any predictions?
Yeah. Well, this is what I think. Once they open the gates and people start coming from different parts of the world, I think prices are going to continue to go up.
Yep.
You know, because of that, right? Because right now we're not really seeing that, and prices are going up. So that's personally that's what I predict. I think prices will continue to rise. And then, you know, if they do increase interest rates, which historically that's normally what happens, right? With what's going on now, the interest rates are like too low.
Yeah, they're very low.
Right? Then we'll see some sort of small correction, I would say.
Yep.
You know, but I don't see it going down much in the future.
I think that's the common, everyone's been saying the same thing.
Yeah, and now from selling pre-construction and dealing with a lot of like international type of buyers and stuff, or people that are new to Canada, they have a lot of money. They're bringing money from like India, China, and they want a safe place to like just park their money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm noticing. So and again, from selling pre-construction, I know this. And to them, sometimes like looking at the price points and today's rents, they don't make sense. It doesn't make sense as an investment. You know what I mean? Because your rent is not going to cover your monthly payments.
Yes.
But they're buying it because they just want to park their money here.
Yeah.
And they believe in you know, our country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In our city.
Everything, right? So.
And still on a global scale, we are cheap.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah. And cost of construction just keeps going up.
Yep.
Lumber prices, everything. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But again, it's important not to like over leverage.
Yes.
You know, and just be careful, right?
Yeah. Diversify.
Invest in the stock market. You know, if you're not that savvy with the stock market, just, you know, start investing in like an ETF.
Yeah.
Right? Like an S&P 500 ETF. Historically, that's a great, investment. Yeah, safe. Yeah, it's safe.
Long term.
Yeah.
I have an index.
Yeah.
Fun.
Nice.
Tony Robbins taught me. Okay, so we're nearing the end now.
Yeah.
Do you let's say, word of advice because a lot of our watchers and listeners are newer agents in the business.
Yeah.
So someone as yourself has established yourself, really killing the game. Any piece of advice for any new realtor
For a
out
new
there?
realtor, I would say, like, you know, when you first get your license, don't be afraid to like work another job. It's going to take time. Don't get demotivated. In the beginning, I actually got demotivated because I had a successful business going. I was a nightclub promoter. I was making a lot of money doing that. And I'm like, why the heck would I start something new?
Yes.
That demotivated me because it took a long time for me to start getting paid and making money. It takes time. Being a real estate agent, you know, you have to be patient.
Yes. I think that's the key.
Yeah, you got to be patient. It's not going to happen overnight. If you're looking for something fast, I wouldn't recommend being a realtor. Get into something else.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Patience is key. So, and you know what, you have to also like, you know how to like, don't spend your money on stupid things, right? Because, you know, like it's not like a full-time job where you're getting money consistently, getting a certain amount of money. You'll get like big chunks of money, right, from doing a deal. So you have to know how to spend. You have to make sure you're cautious on how much you spend.
Yeah, I learned hard my first year. So, and then taxes. Be careful with those guys.
Yes,
definitely be careful.
That's a big one.
Get a good accountant. I think I've said it here a million times. Get a good accountant.
Yeah.
So, for Corrado's new fans who just listened and watched you, where can they find you?
Best would be Instagram. My handle's at Corrado. It's Corrado.
Nice and simple.
Yeah, Corrado.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And any agents out there looking for some pre-con access,
just hit me up.
This is your guy. Amazing to work with. He literally will take your client from step 1 to 100 for you. So, very good guy to work with. So thank you, man, for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
really
it's been a pleasure. I think we gave some very good insight to people who haven't had a pre-con chat yet.
Yeah,
in this
I think
podcast.
so too. I think so too.
So it'll be good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Adios.